How's everybody doing? Oh, it's Ron Jackson, and we're doing a live lesson about my arrangement for seven-string guitar, tuned to a low A right here. It's actually, hey Christian, how are you doing? My student Christian, well, my former student, my future student Christian. Let me feature Christian right now. He's watching. Thank you, Christian, for watching. I appreciate you. I'm actually doing a live lesson on my arrangement. You can see it right here. I'm displaying the first page. If you want the rest, everybody, just go to my website. Christian already has a copy. He's looking at it right now. And I'm going to be talking all about this live lesson. Oh, yeah, great. Christian. Yeah, Christian's going to start studying with me. He found me all the way from California. He's studying at the University of California, Los Angeles. He's going to start studying some seven-string guitar with me. I'm not trying to find people. I'm trying to actually, a lot of students find me now because they want to study with me, particularly seven-string guitar, which I think is a beast. My hand kind of hurts. I haven't played for a couple of days, and I was off doing some business yesterday. So it's a lot of work to play a seven-string guitar, everybody, and to play like a song like this, this arrangement of "There Will Never Be Another You." There's a lot of notes here. I use a lot of the seven string to a low A on this arrangement. Okay, so I'm going to explain a little bit about this. Before we do this lesson, let me just play like I would normally play a seven string, like on a jazz standard like this, kind of like without this fancy arrangement, so you guys can get an idea of how you should be playing a seven string by yourself, like let's say on a solo guitar gig in a concert or in a restaurant or wherever you might be playing. Okay, and I appreciate all you guys watching right now. Right now I'm streaming live on YouTube and Facebook, and you can watch this live stream after. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't subscribe right now to Ron Jackson Music. You can find me everywhere at Ron Jackson Music. Come to see one of my shows to help support me. And if you there's a free lesson on my website. You can go check it out, okay? There's also, not of this particular lesson, but there's a free lesson hanging out over there if you check out my website, ronjacksonmusiclabel.com. So let me play you a little bit seven string before we talk about the whole arrangement, just for fun, like how I would play it on a gig. Here we go. There Will Never Be Another You again. All right, so I was just just playing some solo 7-string guitar just for fun. Playing that arrangement. Well, not really playing that arrangement, just to see how I would do it on a gig where I would do walking bass lines, 7-string stuff, low notes, just try to play like a one-man band, keep the bass line going. So we're going to be talking about this arrangement I wrote for the 7-string. So there's not enough 7-string jazz guitar arrangements out here, so I'm trying to corner the market like that. So, I wrote this 7-string arrangement. You see the first page of it, and you can get the rest on my website if you like the rest. That I try to use a lot of the 7th string because sometimes I'll be playing a gig and some guy will say, "Well, watching a video of mine, you're playing a 7th string, but you didn't touch the 7th string." I'm like, "Oh, come on, man." Of course, I know how to play the 7th string, but when you're playing with a bass player in a band, you don't want to do it too much because it starts to get in their way. But I try to do it sometimes, actually, and it sounds really cool, if you do it that way. So I think the 7th string is really unique, and it's more popular in progressive rock and stuff like that. But remember, jazz 7 strings existed a lot longer than progressive rock 7-string kind of music because it actually started in the 1930s. Well, the 7 string's been around for hundreds of years, but it actually started in the 1930s through George Van Epps. He started tuning the 7th string of a 7-string guitar to a low A back then, way before. I didn't know any progressive rock bands in the 30s. Did you guys know that? Or metal bands? Nope. So it actually started off with jazz, actually. So let's start with this. So in the first page, I do this. I try to do this. Let me see if you can see me a little bit. Make sure you can see my neck. Let me turn this way just a little bit so you can see my neck better. So what I do is I start. You're going to see my head cut off a little bit. It's okay. So I do this really low B flat note. It'd be easier if I play this in the key of A. No, D major. But I don't do it in. I want to do it in the original key. I actually did Somewhere Over the Rainbow in the key of D because it's a little. When you get all these cool open strings on the 7th string, it's easier to play just a low A instead of a low B flat. So it starts off with like the melody note here. So it goes like. So what I did is I harmonized that melody in the very beginning like this. Let me see. So watch this. It goes. And I have an inner line there, but I'm playing all these notes on the bottom. So I'm playing a B flat, F, B flat, and then an E flat, which is a suspended on a B flat sus chord. Then I resolve it. Then I went to a B chord. And I do a counterpoint line like this. Okay, so like that. The most important thing is have that melody on top. So you see what I just did? I did like a descending counterpoint line from the E flat going down the scale while the melody is going up like this. And the bass is going. Okay, like that at the same time. And there are actually chords below. Well, actually, there's a chord names for each one of those notes. So if it goes like this, B flat sus to B natural to B flat major chord, then E flat 6, and then if I could actually play the chords if I want to, just E flat 6, then B flat triad over a D, which is the first inversion, then C minor 7, then C minor, excuse me, then B flat major, then B flat, and then A flat major 7, and then G minor 7, then F minor 7, and then E flat 6, then E flat minor 7 flat 5. That's a lot of chords to play, so I just play it just as bass notes. Sounds good that way. I could do it the other way too, but I didn't write it out that way just to have that counterpoint sound. Wow. Oh, so Christian has okay, you know, I'm going to take questions. So this is a great question. Oh, Christian, you're very smart, Christian. Now, Christian just had this comment that's really interesting. I noticed that your bass string is the only non-tape wound string. Why not use a tape wound bass string? Is your bass string not an electric bass string? Oh, it's a good question. So, Christian, just so you know, this is a special set made for 7-string by La Bella. And everybody always asks these questions. Hold on. So, this string is actually a real bass string, but it's made from La Bella jazz tapes. Everybody, take a look at this. I'm one of their endorsers. Oh, it's not you. Oh, Curtis. Oh, sorry, Christian. Sorry, Christian. Uh-oh. See, that's what happens when you're live and it's not like it's not the right person. I saw Curtis. Sorry, Curtis. Sorry, Christian and Curtis. I confused you. You guys look the same. Oh, I'm just kidding. So anyway, look. So these are called La Bella jazz tapes, Curtis. And this is especially made for jazz. So if you look closely at my strings, all the strings are like, just so you know, this is the first string E and the second string B is actually just regular steel strings. The next 4 strings from 3 to 6 is actually steel strings with nylon tape around them, okay? Black nylon tape. And this string is a true bass string. It's actually the same pitch as a 3rd string bass on a bass. When I play with a bass player with a stand-up bass like the big one, my pitch, this string is the same pitch as his 3rd string actually. So look at this. It says here La Bella jazz tapes are the secret behind the sound of best professional jazz guitar players in the world. These strings are handcrafted with the proprietary black nylon tape that you see here, wound on a hexagonal core. The result is a flat, extremely smooth string producing a warm, jazzy sound with 0 finger noise. Look, no noise, except for the 6th string. There's no noise. I have this all the way up. Now here, you can hear it now though, but not here. See that? These professional jazz strings are made to fit arch stops on hollow body guitars only. Okay, therefore they're not suitable for solid body rock guitars. These are made just for jazz, they say. So, sorry for confusing. Oh, all's good. Yeah, no problem. So yeah, so thank you guys. So yeah, this is a real bass string that's round wound. Okay, so you guys, and it's actually La Bella jazz tapes, and these are 14 on top. Just so you guys know, I call it the man string. Look at this, 14 to 79. These are actually pretty big. They're bigger than a George Benson set I have that have 14 on top. So that's really cool, isn't it? All good. Thank you, Christian. Curtis. Christian Curtis. Sorry. So the next part. So I start off again. Let me start from the beginning. Counterpoint. I do a D minor 7 flat 5. Then I'd play a G7 here. And then I play the 7th string. I do a D flat 9 sharp 11, which is a dominant 7th chord. That low note there. Then I do like a bass line going up using passing chords. Inversions. You can see this actually in the sheet music right in front of you guys. Then I do a bass line. I hit that E flat E7 sus 9 13. Then I do a bass line walking down the scale. Then I do a A7 sharp 9 like a Jimi Hendrix chord, but with that low note. That's the lowest note you can get on a 7 string. See that? So when I'm going up like this, these chords are these: C minor 11, D minor 11, then I do an E flat 6, then I do an E flat 6 with a G in the bass, then I do a C minor 11 to a G 7 sharp 9 to a C minor 11, then hit a B note, then I do it E7 sus 9, then go down, then I hit that A7 sharp 9. If you hit that B flat here is a flat 9 actually against that chord. Then when I start doing some, I just start doing some cool jazz reharm stuff. Watch this. So I go like this. I go like this. That's really cool. So what I did was, I followed the melody down. That's the melody. You should really know these melodies first before you do chord melody, guys. I tell my students that all the time. You should really know the melody as a single line, okay? So I'll go like this. Because actually the melody is the most important part of the song. If you do chord melody, you got to make sure you hear that melody on top. So I'll do this melody on top. Watch this. So that's actually an A, that's 6/9 to a G minor 11 with a 9. Oh, sorry. Like that. Or you can go like this. I do it this way too. See that? These are all the same chord. G minor 9, then F minor 9, 11, 9, 11, and then E flat, then D flat 9 sharp 11. Then I start going down the scale like this. I'll go like this. See that? So that whole thing is a whole line like this. That's really hard to play, guys. A lot of holding low notes, a lot of full 7-string chords there. So what I did was, on that part, I might change the name of the chord, because I'm actually just playing I'm going like this. Then I'm playing like a really more of a G minor 9, a G minor 11 with a 9. If I did a 9. Do it like that. That sounds hip too. So what I do, I've been working on chord melody for years and years. I can do it. I can play the chord like this, or like this. You see, like that. See how I did it 2 different ways. But if I play it this way, this is really a 9 chord. See that? Oh, this one sounds good too. The reason why I did it here because the sound sounds more consistent on the same string. Okay, and then I did like a descending bass line, E flat major 7, D minor 11, then C minor 11, then B flat sus 9. Then I did an A open note. I'm playing a F dominant 9 with an A in the bass. This is the next page, everybody. Then I did an A open, then I went to a G minor, passing chord. Then I did a F sus 9, F9, and then I did a F sharp minor 9/11. It's all 7 strings, and then I kept keep the same melody on top. Okay, so that's the first part of the song. That's the first half already, guys. So we've been talking about this for quite a while, and I've been playing for you. So let me play from the beginning so you can see the first half of the song, okay? This is a lot of work, but watch me. Whoa, so that's the first half, and that's a lot of work, guys. A lot of work on my left hand particularly. Now, when you play through my arrangements like this, for you 7-string guitar players, you don't have to play exactly to what's written. You could kind of ad-lib it. Like, it's hard to play all these notes at the right place at the right time. So I'm kind of like, you could kind of go. You could put it in time. It's easier to play faster because you don't have to hold all those. See, I would ad-lib it a little bit. I wouldn't play exactly the way I have it written because it's tricky to play it like that. But I have an arrangement so you guys can learn how to do the arrangement. That's the whole point, okay? So this is a free live lesson on this arrangement that's on my website. Okay, now, here's the second half of the tune. I started to get more interested with the harmony because, you know, I studied a lot of harmony and arranging. That was my major in college. So, look, I start doing this now. What I start doing is I'll go, watch this. I'll play this for you first. It's hard to talk and play. Watch this. I do this. I did a whole reharmonization there. So I went E flat 6, then I did ascending bass line to B flat over a D. Then I did a C minor 11, and then I went up to D minor 11. Then I went to E flat major 7 with a flat 5, and then I did a constant structure. I kept the same chord. Remember, you could play a chord. You could play the same chord under the melody, just the same chord. It sounds really cool. Watch it. See, I played the same chord. I went to E flat major 7 flat 5 to a G flat major 7 flat 5 to a D flat major 7 flat 5 to an E flat major 7 flat 5. Then I got to a note. I resolved it. The thing is, when you do that, don't do it too much, because you need to resolve it somehow. If you start doing it all the time, it'll start to sound boring. But it sounds cool for 1 minute. So I can go like this. Watch. See, I went. What I did was I just played the same chord, but kept the same melody. So that's a good technique to use if you're like want to make something sound really cool. Just play the same chord under it, you know, and then it's a really good technique. Parallel structures, they call them in college speak. Okay, so what I did was I did that. So let me play from the beginning here. Same chord. Oh, sorry. Now I'm at the D minor 7 flat 5 to a G7. Now I do the same thing now. Watch this. Here's the melody. I did this now. See what I did? I played the same chords there. Now I used the same technique. So I went to C minor 11. Then I played a B flat minor 11. Then because the melody goes up now. Then I did an E flat 6/9 with the sharp 11. G flat, 6 9 sharp 11, then A major 7, 6 9 sharp 11, then the same chord again, G flat 6, 6 9 sharp 11 to an E flat to an E 6 9 sharp 11. A lot of chords. Then I went back to end here. Then I did a walking bass line going up. And I did the stretch chord. So let's listen to that part right now. So the second part is the melody. So what I did is I went. That's cool, isn't it? It's like that's a really cool kind of technique. I use counterpoint. I use a bass line going up, and I use parallel structure chords. Then I went to that part. Then I did here's the next part. Okay. So this is like I use the same thing going down. See that? So I went. Remember, you have to know the melody really well to do these kind of things. So what I use the same kind of structures. I use some counterpoint and parallel structures with this part of the melody. Same chords. These are all D. These are all 6 9 with sharp 11 chords. You can also call them. So that's really like A flat, like an A flat major chord over a D. No, it's actually G flat, A flat over G flat. Excuse me. So you can also call it that as a triad over a chord, you know. So I like using this technique because it sounds really cool and modern. So like this. Then I went down the scale, following the melody, using an E flat 6 9, D minor 11, C minor 11, then a B flat minor 11, then I went to A minor 7 flat with the bass note. So let's hear that whole part together. Ready? Let's just hear from the second half until this part. So it's gonna go like this. So that's it so far. Woo, it's a lot of notes, isn't it? Even for me. And it's hard to actually play with a microphone in front of your face and do this live to a live audience, but that's what you have to do. You're a creator like myself. So, yeah, and then we get to the end of the song, and it goes like this. The melody goes. There will never ever be there. You know, that's how that song ends. So I use some of the common chords. I do this E flat 6 9. Then I do this. I might change the name of this chord, but it's like an A augmented chord. But really, it's more of a. It's really more of an. A flat. It's more of a A flat dominant with a 9 and sharp 11. But I use that but I use a whole tone scale on the melody. Then I use an E flat chord with a G in the bass, which is the first inversion. Then I went to G flat major 7. that's why I do the first part of that. I'll go, sorry. Then I do these parallel structure chords, G flat major 7, flat 5 to an F major 7, F flat major 7, flat 5, which is actually the same thing as E major 7, flat 5. Then I do this. I want to use the whole range of the guitar, so I do the melody here now. See that? I do that at the bottom. So I went. So you learn how to play the 7th string, not just play the 7th string as a bass note, but play some melodies on the bottom. I wanted to do that. Then I did a bass line going down with the melody going up. Then I went E flat. Oh. See that? That's tricky to play because the strings are hard to hit at that. So it's probably better if I did chord melody there. Watch it. I mean, I use my fingers instead, like this. Pluck. It's better I pluck there. Watch it. Oh. See that? Like that. Oh, Curtis, how you doing? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Curtis says, look. Curtis says, our pianist passed away, and now I've had to fill the role of solo guitarist. Any tips for filling a lot of sonic space with a 6th string without getting too far out on a limb? Gospel. Oh, that's a good question, Curtis. I mean, I do this stuff on 6th string too, so that's a whole nother discussion. But the most important thing is if you could play chords and play the melody and fill everything up as much as you can. You know, if you go to my, excuse me, guys, I'm talking too much. Let me take us some water. Just so you know, guys, you can go to my website, which is right here on the bottom here, Ronnie Music Label. I have a lot of stuff about chord melody and chords, especially for 6th string guitar. I have a lot of 6th string arrangements too, so you can check them out, Curtis. The best way to learn how to do that solo guitar stuff, everybody, is learn arrangements. Like I started learning arrangements. I started listening to Joe Pass and, you know, at Berkeley, and you know, I've been doing chord melody for a long time. Listen to Wes Montgomery. You know, you've got to learn. I can harmonize church music. I think you're talking about church gospel. You know, I play in churches too, so if I have to do like something like let me show you my 6th string real quick. Hold on. What? Hold on, I'm going to put my 6th string on. So Curtis, here's my 6th string. So when I'm doing a 6th string like a gospel, I mean, you know, that's kind of gospel. I mean, you know, like Amazing Grace. It could be any song, actually. So I'm just, you got to learn how to do chord melody and different. So I'm playing that melody here. So just so you know, to adjust the 6th string can be a little tricky, everybody. So I can. I mean, so many ways you could do chord melody. So, I played churches. I'm going to be playing in a couple of weeks at St. Peter's Church in New York. We're going to be doing gospel tunes, but jazzy style. So, I was at the Grammys about a month ago, and I got to finally see Kirk Franklin. Just so you guys know, that was amazing. I've been a big fan of his for years, and he won a Grammy that day. So that's how you do. That's how you do chord melody. You just got to learn how to play chords under a melody, but you have to learn how to do arrangements. I've been doing this. I could do arrangements on the spot with any kind of gospel tune, jazz tune, practically. So that takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of study. So I have some arrangements about chord melody. You got to know all your inversions and all that stuff. Just go to my website and check them out. Those lessons there are on there. With all the chord inversions and different ways, and there's some chord melodies for 6-string. I'm going to be writing a chord melody for this, actually, There Will Never Be Another You, for 6-string. It's kind of funny, I don't have one for this, for 6-string, but I'm going to write one out. It's going to be based on this kind of chord melody. So let me go back to my 7-string and finish up. Let me finish up the song. Hold on. And if you're enjoying this, everybody, I accept super chats if you want to donate or anything like that. Or you can check out this. Let me show you my banner. Let me show you my banner. Oh, sorry. So this is my banner. That's my birthday special, but that's not the one I want. Yeah, here. So yeah, if you want to donate, you're enjoying the show, you can go to everywhere at Ron Jackson Music. Remember, everybody, to please subscribe if you don't subscribe now, and follow me everywhere at Ron Jackson Music as well. Okay. So let me get my 7-string back out here, and this is a 7-string Benedetto, just so you know. So what I do is I end the song "There Will Never Be Another You" like this. I keep the bass line going. So, it's tricky to play a 7-string and do all that chord melody stuff without hitting those notes in between, because, I'm used to playing 6-string like that, which is much easier. But 6-string is not easy to me. It's just easier. 6-string is still difficult to me. So, and then I'll go then I end the song like this. I do these full 7-string chords here. These are like 3 notes on the bottom. There's a B flat 6. So I'm actually barring my, if you look carefully, I'm barring my, let me move this table a little bit. My second finger on 3 strings is a 6th to 4th. That's called a B flat 6/9 chord. Then I'm going. Then I'm doing an E flat. Then that's a D flat 6/9. Then E flat. Then I do like a 6 chord. Then I hit a tap there. You see that? So I try to have my students, or whenever I do an arrangement, I like to use the full range of the guitar. Even when I'm playing, I like to play up and down the neck. You should know how to use your guitar neck up and down everywhere, okay? So that's the full arrangement of There Will Never Be Another You for 7-string. So let me play this for you one more time. And, and again, thank you for watching, everybody. It's really, been fun to teach you guys. And thank you, Christian, and whoever else is watching. And thank you, Christian and Curtis and Jeffrey. Hey, Jeffrey, I forgot to mention you. Sorry, Jeffrey. My good friend Jeffrey's back. And I got caught up with, the strings and stuff earlier. But I'd like to thank all my participants, Christian, my future student, who has these arrangements already. I have Christian, Curtis, Jeffrey, and Jeffrey again. Jeffrey, you've been sticking around the whole time, man. Jeffrey's like I've been a long fan of me. Jeffrey, how long have you been following me, man? Or subscribing? Because I've been talking to you for a long time. I don't even know. Like a year at least? But thank you for watching. So I'm going to do the full arrangement now. The one that you see right here on the screen, everybody. That's just the first page. But if you want to get the rest, just go to my website, Ronnie Music Label, and get your copy. So I'm going to do the full arrangement now of the 7-string version, my 7-string arrangement of There Will Never Be Another You. And I'm looking through this today and really studying it. I'm going to probably change the names of some of the chords on the store itself just to make it reflect more of what I'm playing. And then, whoever got a copy like Christian, they would get an automatic update emailed to them directly. So let me do this right now. Let me play this for you. Hold on. Let me get off. And then I might just jam a little bit on it again. Hold on. That was difficult. Actually, one part I was looking at the music, I was like, uh-oh, where am I? Because there's a lot of chords here. But you get the idea. So when you're playing these kind of arrangements, everybody, you don't have to play them exactly perfect all the time, and you could just embellish them. But this teaches you how to do chord melody on a 7-string. So I really appreciate you guys watching. And again, you can watch the replay of this. You can watch the whole thing, and you can get the music on Ronnie Music Label. This is the first page. Definitely follow me or subscribe. Check out my gigs when I'm performing in your town. Go to my my website and check out all the cool things I have up there. I have all kinds of things like this cool 7-string Jazz Guitar Heroes t-shirt. I haven't showed you guys this. That's what I'm wearing today. I've been wearing it the whole time. It tells you all the names. You got to guess them. Go to my website and guess them. And if you enjoyed the show, definitely subscribe. Share my live stream. If you want to super chat me for a donation or whatever, your payment methods are. Just go there to Ron Jackson Music everywhere. And thank you everybody for watching. You can watch the live stream everywhere. And thanks a lot again. It was a great fun to teach you guys. Now I'm going to take a break and maybe practice some more because I need to. And definitely check out my cool YouTube videos that are up there. And if there's any last questions, please post them now before I get off. And I thank you, Jeff. My friend Jeff is always watching. And I'll thank you, Curtis and Christian. And we'll see you guys soon somewhere in the in the area somewhere. And thank you. And please learn how to play 7-string jazz guitar, everybody. It's a cool thing to do. And I appreciate all of you guys. And I'll see you guys very soon, okay? Ron Jackson. Oh, let me see. Let me see the new comment. Oh, yeah, Christian has a question. So, Christian, tell me. Send me the question right now. What is that question, please? Okay. And just so you know, everybody, this is a 6-string guitar with a low A note. That's all. What's the question, Christian? And then if there's any other questions before I finish up, let me know. Okay? Now, the 7-string guitar, just so you know, I studied with this guy. Thanks. I'd like to have been subscribed. If you have any, if I had money, I'd super chat. Sadly, I'm single dad. Me. I'm a dad, too. I understand. What would you suggest to buy? Oh, tailpiece of the guitar. So you're saying that your tailpiece makes noise? Are you talking about muting when you're playing, or muting, Christian, or muting from your tailpiece? Because I don't know what that means. Because, for example, it's very, very not very noisy down here. You're talking about this part of the guitar, the tailpiece here? I've never had that question before, actually. You could put like felt and stuff like that, but if you have a problem like that, Christian, you should go to a guitar guy. Like I know some basic stuff about guitar, but I don't know how you mute that. Right here, or is it while you're playing? You didn't explain that. Is it the tailpiece itself, or while you're playing? Let me know, because if you're playing and it's making noise, you have to stop the muting. But if it's here, I don't know what to do. You could put felt or something, but if you're playing, it's hard to mute on these things, man. I'll be playing. Oh, there, while you're playing. Oh, I don't know what to do about that. Only thing I could do is put put some kind of felt or something on there that goes in between the strings to stop it from making noise. But I never had that question. I don't know what to do about that. You just need to go to a guitar guy that might know how to mute that, save that, fix that problem. Oh yeah, you have huge hands. This guy says have you huge hands for muting. I like Chris. Let me see. I like Curtis. Sorry, I keep missing you guys up. Curtis says, you have you have huge hands. He says. Yeah. Let me see what Curtis said too. Anyway, let me see what Christian's question was this. How do you mute? Okay, I don't know how you do. If that's like a technical thing, so you got to figure out how to do that with a guitar guy. I mean, I try to find things like this. Let me show you. So sometimes people use these type of things to mute on top of here. They're like hair things. But to mute down here, I don't know what to do, And what I normally do anyway, I try to learn how to mute. Like, I have a whole lesson. Just so you guys know, I write for a magazine called Acoustic Guitar Magazine. And I actually have an article coming out, and I have a couple of books. So you can get this on my website, too. I have this book called Chords at Your Fingertips. It's all about chord melody for 6-string guitar and walking bass lines. Take a look. See that? And you can pick that up on my website here at ronniemusiclabel.com. And what I do is I I learned how to mute. I have a whole lesson in one of these magazines that for acoustic guitar, why it's all about muting, and it's like it's really hard to mute on the guitar. You know, it's actually not about muting, but it's learning how to. I have some exercises there too. So, hairbands work great. Maybe solid body ES 335. So solid ES 335. I don't think it's a solid body though, Jeffrey. That's a good question. See, I like these questions, everybody, because you know now we're engaging and talking to each other about certain things. So these hairbands are great for muting, but they're for up here really. I see people do it all the time, but I usually don't use these things. I try to learn how to mute myself. It's hard to pick and mute at the same time. It's really difficult, but you know you can learn how to do it. But but you should learn how to really do it with your hands. But so, let me see, Christian, what you say? Oh yeah. I have just so you know, my Benedetto's hand carved too, but I have a wooden bridge. So you probably have a metal tailpiece. So I don't know what to do about that, but you could probably get some kind of felt to stop it, or get a guitar guy who can professionally do it right. And guitar guys, guitar repair guys, go to Guitar Center, or I don't know where you go, and they can do that kind of stuff for you. Like on this guitar, on these arch top guitars, see there's a felt right here. I had that cut out, and that cost like $40 for the guy to cut it out and fit it in here. So because these guitars feed back if you play them too loud, So and I'll be playing with a Hammond organ or something, and they'll play, and I have to play loud. This will feed back because this is an arch top Benedetto guitar, So that's a great question, Christian. So if I'm going to give everybody, oh yeah, Christian, you'll be in New York. Cool, we can meet definitely. I think I'll be around, so come by and we'll take a private lesson, in person. And yeah, you can visit Rudy's. There's a bunch of places in Manhattan. So there's a town in Jersey where I'm in, where they have like one of the best guitar stores in the country. It's called Lark Street Music, and they have the most amazing guitars. It's better than Rudy's in any of those places. You should check them out while you're over here, Christian, or anybody that's watching on YouTube. So anyway, thank you, everybody. If there's any last questions, let me know, and please follow me, and definitely, you can watch the live stream about this whole lesson about There Will Never Be Another You for 7-string guitar that is written out here, and I'll see you guys very soon. Okay. And last questions before I go. Oh, you're welcome, Christian, and I'll thank you guys. And again, I'll see you guys very soon. ronjacksonmusic.com, ronniemusiclabel.com, and have a great day. And thank you very much, and have a great night. It's time for me to go. It's almost 10 o'clock here in New York. Bye-bye. Thank you.